好，我们开始啊。
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Utah Jazz. Looking at the Jazz, they're coming off a win in their last game against the Grizzlies. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season.
Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one after a win against the Indiana Pacers. And just a 2-point win there. They had to fight tooth and nail for it.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
好，比赛开始了。
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Burke. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Irving. Love outside. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Mozgov. Cleveland needs to get a shot off.
Yeah.
The shot's good from Smith. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Great. He increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulating? This season may start to answer that question.
And you know, with LeBron, he's played over 40,000 career minutes. He's played more than Larry Bird did his entire career, more than NBA Iron Man Andre Miller as well. And those miles take their toll.
And for LeBron, last season, the longest injury absence of his career. I think he's smart to protect his body, though. If he can keep healthy, he can play for a long time at a very high level.
Now here's James.
Oh,
counts, he's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
但遇上比较矮小的一个球员的话，LeBron James通常在比赛当中都会利用一个单打的一个方式。
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season last year.
那加上 LeBron 他其实传球视野非常的广，所以有时候你一去包夹 LeBron 的话，会造成其他球员的一些空档。哦，对。
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Burke. following the score by Cleveland. Gobert the screen. They get it again.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Love with the screen for James. And it's Mozgov in the corner to the middle. Here's Love.
Oh,
And
Joker
get
Love.
off the glass. Love's got his first basket of the night. And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score, Clark. He did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down, when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so
好
impressive
球啊，
about
这个超
LeBron
级
in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Kevin Love.
哎呦，
Rejection by Favors.
从后面被 Favors 盖火锅。
A shot by Hayward, wide open, and good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. It's LeBron with the drive. Does not.
哎呀，稍微干扰一下就没
Missed
进。
one now. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against Memphis.
And really the signature
现在应该
of
开
that
始要
game
追分
was
了。
what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on
啊，又
them.
传给
A
LeBron。
lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed it. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And Gobert kicks to Favors. Count that one.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Smith on the wing. Back to Irving. Pocket 6. Love up top. All alone.
Oh,
The
to Kevin Love.
assist goes to Irving.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the
Favors.
way to do it.
Pass to Hood. Back to Favors. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's LeBron. Hayward with some nice D. And so the first quarter is in the books.
第一节结束了，
Cavaliers lead by 6.
14-14
It's the
比8领先
NBA。on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year. Just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how.
玩一下图片哈。 小等一下哈，问一下设定。
How far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact
好，
that
第二
he
节开
has
始。
the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that
被
so
开后
many
门。
more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
汤森，哎呀，中距离不行。
They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Exum, Booker out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Jeff Withey.
And we all know Utah is a very young team. Last year, only the 76ers were younger, still very competitive.
James
given
Jones.
the age and
Ah.
experience from this group.
雷加这个没
Trailing
进。
here. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really
Metal.
looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission.
Yo,
And they
Fang
have
Fu
been
啦。
tough to stop. And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on
Ah,
him
yeah.
and cut him off.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go
稍微
around.
干扰到就
And so it's
就没
Utah
进。
here with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Out to the wing. Now here's Burks. Guarded closer. Shoots it. No good. That would have
好
tied
球
it.
哦，
Cavaliers
成功的
have
防
gone
守。
0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
来一个 floppy， 看能不能绕出来。
Right side jumper. Fires it up.
Jumper 一个中距，哎
And，another miss by Cleveland.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
A different look now for Cleveland. Love comes in for Anderson Varejao. And James subbed in for James Jones. And Utah with a change here, too. Hayward's checked in. Now here's Williams. The screen from Thompson. Williams dishes to Love. Thompson right
哎呀，
and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
That is just a careless
这是
turnover.
传给谁
You've
啊？
got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Jazz with some changes. Gobert checked in for Withey. Favors comes in for Trevor Booker. And it's Burke in for
好
Exum.
球！
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more
Oh,
than that.
sure.
I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And he's not going to pass up on chances like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, he can get to the rim.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hood's checked in. For Cleveland, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Now here's Burke. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Hayward passes
Hayward.
to Burke. Hits some
哎呦，又弹进去了。
and the bucket's good.
You know, the defense
电脑
has
的
got
绝
to
招
do
又
a
来了
much。better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his
Ah,
hand.
yeah.
I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Chance there to take
哦哟，
the
这条好
lead.
球！
Missing. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the start break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots. And James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
And Gobert kicks to Hood. Favors dishes to Hayward.
骑士队最后一波进攻。
Favors with a screen on Thompson. Hayward from outside. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Cleveland ahead, leading by a point. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. They put together the kind of powerful run that every team would love to have, 10-2 off the tip. They ended up leading by 6
靠了 LeBron
at the end
James
of the
在
first
篮
quarter.
下去
Then
硬
in the
吃
second
Hayward
quarter,
是
they cooled
可
down
行的。
just a bit, giving away some of their advantage, but still finished up 1 at the half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
They're playing with a sense of urgency, even though they're at home. Sometimes you feel so comfortable on your home court, the other team can jump on you. But they know these fans have their back, and now they're well positioned to build a lead in the second half.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jets?
靠腰，要重玩了。等我一下，重开。好了，正常了哈。
Bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Utah. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
Right now for the Jazz, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
There better not be. I mean, if anybody still is doing that, they haven't been watching this group play. I mean, this is a dangerous team.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Good out there with Burke, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
He is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now. Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden all playing well last year. But for money, there's no better player in the league than King Jimmy.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Quinn Snyder. Doris, what do you have to say?
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him. and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
All right, Doris, back to James. There's the dish to Irving.
Oh, Joe.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
And for Kyrie, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
And he's good on the second. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and of course the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him
Brown
go
time,
the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Now here's Love. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside Irving, trying to find Smith. He's got it now.
Ah, 太勉强。
Hayward with some nice D. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Favors against Love. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Alec Burks checked in for Utah. Dante Exum comes in for Trey Burke.
Oh, Joe. Ah!
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Oh, Joe.
Here's Shumpert.
Oh, Joe.
2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd.
Gobert 的犯规。
A different look for Utah. Jeff Withey comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Trevor Booker in for Derek Favors.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time, could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
Now, here's Burks. Dishes it to Withey. And it's rebounded
我觉得是一个成功的防守。
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And here is Williams.
让 James Jones 绕出来。
Picked by Verajao. Jones.
Jones 是个中距好球。
And it comes off an assist from Williams.
And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget. Sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
Now here's Exum. And he uses on the layup.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's
这个
got down
进
low.
的有点
Really
让人家觉得
difficult
有点莫名其妙。要等到最后1秒再进攻就好。
With a little over 3.5 minutes played. Picked by Verajao. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Richard Jefferson. Now here's Exum. Jacks up a 3. And a shot just barely beat.
干又来了。
as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
哇，电脑的绝招。
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
又被颜射了。
And he talked about his focus on developing his
那个 SM 他的三分球，
I just want
我记得没有多少吧，他的三分球，懒得去看了，看一下 SM， 73啊，73还被颜射了。
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built
不要再颜射啦。
One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire, talent, and commitment. You need to stay on the court.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert.
球，哎，怎么没有抢到篮板？什么鬼啊？对啊。
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
现在怎样？那怎么没有鼓？看，他是在抢篮板还是补灌啊？然后他靠腰，抓篮板还会掉球嘞。
For Favors, a very nice season for him last year. 8th in field goal percentage. And a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know,
对电脑来说，他球是会球差不多是100多度。
So many opportunities for that offense.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Love comes in for Richard Jefferson. Gobert the screen. Here's Hood, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar soap. Somebody's got to take charge here.
And watching Kevin Love, he can do everything in the offensive end. Clark, he's been that way really his entire career going back.
哎，转身了，可是他要秒减。
Moves or dumps, he takes you on and beats you with skill. Good footwork, smooth shot, sharp passer, and an excellent IQ.
What?
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
这不是犯规啊！不要小看爵士队哦，那电脑操控的连台电脑是很强的。靠腰嘞！老师哎。
Kicks to Favors. Jazz passing it around. Feeds it to Burks. Favors sets the pick for Burks. Passes it to Gobert. He dishes it to Favors. Here's Burks.
As a team, you know, they're only shooting around 35, 36% from the floor. That's not very strong. They've got to find a way. To me, shooting is always shooting percentage is a function of what kind of shots you get. So to get that percentage up, I think they got to find a way to get some easier baskets here.
And that's the kind of
对我电脑就算是操控76人队也是很强。那不要忘记76人队他平均评价才70几而已，电脑操控起来他妈跟80几也差不多。好球，这个成功的防守。
I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open? Well, I'll tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Jones comes in for James. Iman Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, 失误了。
好球。Cleveland takes possession. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Cavaliers 5th.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Varejau.
Oh, yeah.
One goes out of bounds. Last touch by Varejau.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. 8th in scoring. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
这球交给外线的 James Jones 好像也不对，因为 Virgil 有空档。哦，又来了。电脑的绝招。
So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against Memphis.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
Nato by Shumpert. Back to Hayward. Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now just a 2-point Cavalier lead. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Williams for 3. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Thank you for joining us live inside this sold-out arena. We are rocking and rolling. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. The second quarter was a strong, and that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get.
甚至连那个 Nato 还能在篮下轻松得分呢。我就觉得还蛮不可思议。基本上他如果说大个子在篮下，他不敢出手。啊，被防住了，靠腰。
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving at the points. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now, here is Irving. He feeds it to Love. The pass to LeBron.
Oh, okay.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in the game.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Well, the Jazz look like the team we're used to seeing for so long last year. A big part of that was how they dictated the pace, Greg, of the game.
不防就切进去。
The Jazz did a great job of slowing things down and avoiding turning things into a track meet, just focusing on playing to their strengths.
Here's Burke following the basket by LeBron James. Hayward outside. 5 on the clock. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, when you look at pace of play, the Jazz last season were the slowest team in the NBA. Had just around 90 possessions a game. So that's how they were able to control pace and grind out wins.
They're doing work here in the second half.
对吧？不然完全不能够射外线，一定要是进攻篮下。他在篮下的威胁性是比较强。 只要对方过来包夹，就赶快传出去。
It was clear that they were at their best in a slowed down tempo. They have a very strong front court, and when you slow things down and let them get set up, it definitely works in their favor.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Burks is checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through favors. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Shumpert is checked in for Smith.
这都是名人堂啊，然后 比赛风格就是模拟。
And Utah with a change here too. Exum's checked in. Well, LeBron had kind of a
又掉了。
season has returned to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start.
不行不行。
Nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Now here's Love, out to Shumpert, uncovered.
Shumpert 一个中距离，哎呀
Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Favors with the screen. Burks the best of it. He got right to the cup using that screen. Favors got 9 points.
狗贝尔其实在买 team 其实还蛮好用的，因为他防守很强。火锅他90几了。
Now here is Irving. LeBron James on the wing. Right side Irving.
Shumpert 空档，啊，又没进。
Shot falls short this time.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you can see as the season
对电脑来说，B 以上才有机会的。哦哟。
Boy, the D has to show a
It's on
little
that
more
end,
fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Irving. The screen from Thompson. Shot off the screen.
Curry.
The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Hayward.
Come.
And in on the nice reverse.
Nice.
Hayward's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
You know, obviously,
他那灯龟而已啊，
finish with some flair.
跳起来封阻，结果是碰到另外一边。
Lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Trey Burke, Booker out there with Jeff. And it's Hayward, and it's Hood in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Hayward, just 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Fires it up.
不要射脸了吗？干你老师哎，真的射脸。
Just 1 point on the basket from Hood.
An entire leg
暂停啊！
you at the defensive end first.
干嘛了又射脸？
What we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
你真的被射脸射习惯了。
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with a reputation of having
第4节就把主力换上场了。
41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that took him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Now Hayward. Following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. Here's Burke. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And getting back to Hood over the last 7 outings of the season, he put up 20-plus points a game. He also clocked his shooting percentage. So 45% from the field, 91% from the free throw line. Pretty impressive numbers.
Well, he was drafted to be a scorer, Kevin, and you're right, very impressive. If he can do that consistently, that'd be nice value for the 23rd pick.
Utah calls timeout. Jazz trail by 3. Withy kicks to Booker. Hayward dishes to Burke.
要给 Hayward 没有。
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Oh.
Well, Cleveland shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. James outside. Love outside.
Kevin Love， 有。
Big high bouncing goes in.
It's as if these guys are out here just playing pickup basketball. No deterrent from the defense.
Not at all. No resistance whatsoever. It seems both teams just happy to try to outscore the other.
Utah calls timeout, and the Jazz with some changes. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Jeff Withey, and Derek Favors.
比赛结束，剩下2分钟。
Hood, the pass to Burke. Poked away.
好球！
Gobert dishes to Burke.
啊，真的掉了，掉那就，哇，好险！
Retain possession. Now Irving. Love at the elbow. And it's Mozgov in the corner. The baseline.
Mozgov，
Hayward.
我故意要往前几步才投哎，结果哎呀，不让搞死啊！
That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 3 assists tonight.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Alec Burks checked in for Hood. .127 left in the game. Outside Irving. LeBron against Hayward. James. Hayward with the block. They retain possession. Tries again. Puts the move on. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Blowing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
What a game for LeBron. 10 points and 4 assists as well.
So the first one drops and that gives them the lead.
那这个罚球的命中率的话，会随着会每一场都不一样，会随着状况来做一个跳动。
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 2.
现在1分10秒，比赛结束。
Off the inbound.
好球！
Can't get it to go. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against Indiana.
好球！好球，闪过去了。
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Jazz have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
有人绕出来了。
Favors with the screen.
靠腰。
LeBron
没抄到。
Hayward
要过了，不然没那么容易。
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Favors nails both of them.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1 possession game now.
双方各有一次的进攻机会啊，所以把
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
把它拖到最后一秒再出手。
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Irving with the ball.
靠，牙搞不出来。
Cleveland needs to get a shot off here.
哎呦，
From this point on, it seems like
有
they're
车
just
里啊
closer，to
那比赛就
finishing
结
this
束了。
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 4. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Burke kicks to Burks. For the 3. Shot is no good. Smith with the defensive effort and an intentional foul right
就
there.
结束了。
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul.
哇，你嘞？
I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So he comes up missing both. Hayward misses. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character.
所以39比35啊，这是最终的比分。
Hi, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing play.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal.
你看一下数据统计 ，LeBron James 12分 ，Kevin Love 有10分，Kyrie Irving 6分。球队比较5-5对上4-8，禁区得分双方都是18分。NBA 2K 还是5对5啊，才是算是真正的篮球比赛。如果是一些 Park， 我觉得Park 的话，我觉得没有什么战术啦，我觉得还蛮无聊的。我在一场伤病已经痊愈，手动调整阵容。莫卫还蛮好用的。
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Knicks in New York. Checking out New York. They lost game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard. And it's James in at the small forward position.
可是 Porzingis 在游戏当中似乎得分能力没有那么得分能力没有那么强，可在实际当中其实他表现还蛮不错的，算是一个可里可外的选手。我要选择当初选择他是对的，好不好？啊，那中距离是算了。想当初被选秀会选到 Porzingis 的时候，下面还有嘘声。哦哟，又射脸。当初还有一个小男生在嘘他，小男生现在应该很后悔嘘他了。好球 ，Kevin Love。听说那个小男生现在有 Porzingis 的球衣了，那转性还蛮快的。
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
The Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch four in the NBA.
Good call.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony.
Kyrie， 好球，3分。这个 Floppy 是通常在比赛当中，像开 cover 啊，或者是一些外线射手 ，JJ Redick 常常在使用。哎，靠腰。
He feeds it to Calderon.
冇勢啲咯，真啱佢。
Anthony on the wing, shot off the pick, and James pulls it down.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
我射了，大哥。啊，靠腰。
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Cleveland leading by 3. Ahead.
啊 ，bro， 好球。
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control, even though he's going at breakneck speed. He still maintains his body control.
And so here is New York following the score by Cleveland. The drive by Anthony. Here's O'Quinn, and he banks it. O'Quinn's got his first points in this one.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
A different look for New York. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Thomas comes in for Porzingis, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. And then for Cleveland, Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Amon Shumpert is coming for Smith. And subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
越跑越后面就回场。
James kicks to Thompson. And not gonna go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Knicks trail by 3.
Thompson 还是不要射中距离。
Here's a follow. Know what? James with some nice D.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Williams dishes to Thompson. Williams a screen. Thompson misses.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
这一季签下汤姆还花了蛮多钱的。
Anthony with it.
汤姆算是一个蓝领的一个球员。
Seconds left and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. No luck. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team.
你本季尼克队还是有机会晋级季后赛，还是有一些机会。
winning basketball games, but I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks.
至少在这个夏季选上 Patinka 是一个关键的决定，是一个正确的抉择。
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for you.
少一些都没了。
In a moment now to reset the
Thompson.
line, courtesy of quarter of basketball. And so in the game,
这个很近哎。
Thompson down low with Mozgov. Amon Shumpert is out there with Matthew.
这个都不能进，还要投什么？
Now here's Calderon following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Good on the shot.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And so here's Cleveland.
第二人多吧，但速度很慢。
here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. And you played for this team.
我觉得他是不会死的。
Basketball in New York, not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10 and 31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
And you know, for the Knicks, there were a lot of reasons why they were bad at home. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage, against at home field goal defense, and third worst field goal percentage at home in the league.
Kevin Sheriff is jumped in for New York. Derek Williams for Lance Thomas.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's James atop the key. Jones, around him. The Knicks pull it in.
And you know, commend the Knicks faithful. They still would sell this place out, and you have to give a shout out to the fans for sticking through what was a very difficult year. At least it has to get better.
The Cavaliers trailing. The drive by LeBron. The 10-footer. And he gets it to go.
哦，可是是 F 哎。
James has got 6.
还是进球。
Presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
There's Galloway.
A 捡的不进 ，F 的反而进，是哪招啊
？Galloway kicks to Calderon. And there's the feed to Seraphin.
然后只是举手而已就犯规。
Very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22 and 19 away from home.
And the first one drops. So for the Knicks, Anthony comes in for Porzingis, and it's a Flalo in for Jose Calderon. And Cleveland with a change here too. Kevin Love's checked in for Jones.
电脑都很会罚这种罚球。
1:33 left to play in the first half. Outside Irving. Kicks it to LeBron. Back to Irving. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs are. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
The Knicks making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. The 3 from Aflalo. New York, no good that time either.
Excellent defense on the perimeter that time. He probably should have passed up that shot.
Irving kicks to Mozgov. Love the pass to Irving. Back to Love.
哎呀，
Stolen by O'Quinn.
这超了，
Knocked loose.
哦，这反超，
Mozgov with the steal. Irving drives in. LeBron outside. Pass to Love. Yes.
好球
It's James picking up the assist. Love's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in
Follow.
sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
有点
Now here's Williams. Here's Anthony. LeBron with the block. And he's in.
哎，
Here's Irving.
刚刚要捡球捡不起来
16 seconds left in the second quarter. Smith outside. It's a pick by Love. Back to Irving.
好球，
Easy layup after coming
这
off
就是
the
电
pick.
梯战术
He's
的
got 7.
Now, how about how he
第一个
sets
选
his
项
man。up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Cleveland ahead, up by 2. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I've got Jose, and what is foremost in your mind going up against these guys tonight?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal, and the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection, some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant
投篮命中率
changes
方面
as，
5
we get
成
going
对
in the
上
second half.
3人7，
Increasing off the ball
助攻
activity,
尼克队
making
0
the
次
extra
助攻
pass.
哎，
All right, that is going to wrap up our
他0次助攻代表是什么？代表他全部都是单打。 那单打为什么命中率还有3成7，应该算不错了吧？因为他有些球其实是颜色的，如果把颜色的那些球扣掉，要不要2成吧？
Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet
Okay.
he's still able to be the
Catherall.
most effective player on the floor.
But for him, Greg, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less, and I bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch.
好，几波人啊喽！哎，有人哦！
Kyle O'Quinn out there with Porzingis.
好球，老帮！
It's Anthony, and it's a Flello in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters. But such is the
不要离他太近了
with J.R. Smith.
太近就会被过。
Everywhere he's gone, he's played both
哎呀，又来了！
sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Cavaliers leading. Irving up top. Irving against Anthony. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Well, the Cavaliers shooting an efficient 53% from the field. James, it's the
看，
Here's Calderon. He's got 5. That's to Porzingis. Wide open. That falls. Nice speed this time from Jose Calderon.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Love outside. LeBron outside. In the corner, Smith with it. And on the way from Irving
Curry.
for 3. The
Aye.
Cavaliers again.
被防住了。
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following.
回场。
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Lance Thomas in for Carmelo Anthony.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Outside jumper. Once
yeah.
the mark by Cleveland.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Dellavedova, looking for his first basket still in this one. Love up top to stop the run. Drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Out to the wing.
Okay, Kettle.
Calderon passes to Porzingis. That's good. Porzingis has got the lead up to 3 now for New York.
And you look at the story defensively in this game. I mean, they've gone backwards in the second half. A little too casual for me. And it's costing them. They're paying for it.
Here's Dellavedova. It's Varejao, high post. Down to 5 on the shot.
Love,
no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside for time. Aflalo dishes to Lopez. And he lays it straight in. Lopez has got his first basket of the night. 23. Outside jumper. A baseline J. Not enough on that one as it misses. And we've watched 3 so far. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's LeBron. So on the floor for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's LeBron in its small forward. Down low. Look from Love. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Love's got the first point.
在一个底角的一个2分。
Passes it to Carmelo. Mozgov with the block.
好球 ，Mozgov 有火锅。
6 to shoot. Here's Galloway.
哎呀，差吗？
Foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul. Bangs home the trifecta.
Looks to me like they hit the refresh button here in the second half after shooting less than 40% from the field before the break.
But the defense allowed them to stay in it, and now with the offense looking
防守再防不住就没。
they've got to be
这比赛就没。
On the wing, Irving. Right wing. Here's James. And
shoots
it back. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to
准备往左边上篮了。
Williams, he's checked in for Lance Thomas. Bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible
等下超赛啊！
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Galloway. He kicks it to Aflalo. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
看有没有这些3分球。
Outside Irving. It's a pick by Love. Smith for 3. Can't get it to go. So New York will take it the other way.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Anthony nowhere around. And it's Anthony again missing.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
凯伦勒，啊，进了，
Finally drops after rolling around the
也是
rim.
2分。
Love's got 4 points in the quarter. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. New York calls timeout.
Now, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know,
在
coaches
这种追分
always
时
are
候
looking
还要
for ways to
派
tweak
上
things and
派上
change it up a
汤神
little
哦。
bit, no matter what the situation
教练在
is.
想
That's
什
what
么？
coaches do.
And let's get this update now from
是领
Doris
先。
Perkins across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the
啊，还有刷赛啊，
He was highly animated when he was talking to them, telling
要
them
过去
that
包
this
了就
would
没
be
了。
a huge win for us.
电脑过
When we
自己过去
close this
包就
out,
没了。
it will go a long way towards showing the rest of the league what we're capable of.
Thanks, Doris. Zingas, he's checked in for New York. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
只剩下2分钟，难追喽。
Irving against Calderon. Thompson, a screen on Calderon. Irving kicks to Thompson. Mozgov's shot is
哎呀
up.，
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The dish now to Carmelo. A fader. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. LeBron left side. 1:16 left in
Oh,
the fourth
sure.
quarter of this one. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5
Ah,
field
来
goals,
不及
5 for
了。
8 in the game.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Here's Calderon. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Calderon's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
And at this point, just sort
那
of
随便弄完
running
就
through
竟
the
然输
paces
掉了，妈！
as it appears it'll be a nice win here for New York.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see
压
this
迫也
as
没
just
用
a
啊。
monstrous performance for Calderon. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Here's New York. They're on a 14-5 run here. Outside Anthony. Lets the 3 fly. And again.
哎呦，
Triple.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the
那
last
不能
few
赢就对了，
possessions.
干嘛？
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Man, it's close, but you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level,
电脑他妈
in
太
this
神
day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
对，就像这种情况，
We've
嘛，我
got
抖。
28 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Grant kicks to Galloway to the paint. Here's Lopez. Out of hand on
威
it.
哥，
Outside Jefferson. Free throw line jump shot. Irving.
哎，啊，怎样我抖啊？干嘛绿灯了？
Grant outside. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A confident win.
Jose, congrats.
The 2K Sports
啊，太轻
postgame
敌了
show.，
3节乱我就回不来了。
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille Carmelo Anthony.
We've seen so many performances like that over the course of Carmelo Anthony's career that we've gotten spoiled. But we shouldn't fail to appreciate what he has been able to do tonight.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.
在一场啊。命中率太低了，4×1。因为第3节好像后半段派一些替补球员上来，就被领先的分数被拉开了。7胜2败，对公路。
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean thrilled, to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the...
感觉上好像这边头发上来的妈的。这边头发上来就囧了，这样。两个要调换。如果应该是让 Moscow 来去守。
Hello and welcome. Everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hey, gentlemen. This is Kevin Holland with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. It's a one-game reprieve at home for the Bucks. Here with their Milwaukee fans, and then back on the road. This is their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
This match 就赶快犯规。
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set, and it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. Screen by Monroe, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And it's Middleton penetrating.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Middleton's got his team on the board to start the game for Milwaukee. They talk about players who don't get a lot of recognition that probably deserve some. For me, Chris Middleton, Clark.
He's at the top of the list in that regard for me too, Kevin. I mean, really a revelation for the last couple of years. He's a really good all-around forward who can do everything well.
Oh, good on the triple.
Bro.
And it's 6 points for Chris Middleton.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
LeBron with it. Now Monroe defending. And James throws it down.
Sure.
And he's not going to pass up on chances like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, he can get to the rim.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Carter Williams with it. Monroe outside. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now the ball. And James throws it down hard.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
Nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up, he can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer, and at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Henson. Jabari Parker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. O.J. Mayo, who's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Now here's Shumpert. 6 to shoot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe.
He'll
never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces. He does it within the team confines.
Bucks leading by 3. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the first. Parker drives in. Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone, as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
Thompson.
19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Shumpert against Mayo. Rebound by Williams.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Milwaukee on top. They're up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Let's take him back.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
That's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long way using that method.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Parker and Henson, the duo inside. And it's Carter Williams in at the 1. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
可是汤森罚球。
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute
在这边乱跳。
on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Here's Henson. The shot is off. Good D by Thompson. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Jefferson and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there.
刚刚老布朗就是被字母哥盖火锅。
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Now Irving. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He kicks it to
Dellavedova.
Good assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA, and Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful.
有几秒啊？
Really
大概5秒钟就解开了。
They get a hand on it. With the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. With the block. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams.
干嘛空抛了被盖火锅？
Teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Cavaliers fifth.
刚刚那个 Milton 也被怕了这个。
Nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
LeBron against Antetokounmpo. James kicks to Mozgov.
Oh, sure.
What a pass to set him up.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to New York.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Henson. Monroe comes in for Parker. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Back to James. No one near. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game. Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. They're off the pick and took it right in.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Here is Bayless, covered by Irving. No one near Mayo. Lets it go. Drains the three-pointer. Mayo's got 5.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Now here's LeBron. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. 4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. They get it and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And he's just going to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Cavaliers lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The game was almost within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They had a nice. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready.
电脑失误，得分都是禁区吧？守禁区看看好了。
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Look at LeBron James.
你看外线不是外线球员很少，只有一个 Middleton 会投三分而已。
Offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
God.
That's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player.
果然是打禁区啊，电脑。
So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov, and it's James in at the three. A small foul. The shot's good from Love.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him. Moscow, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Moscow was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2000.
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
Irving kicks to Mozgov. The drive by LeBron.
Ah, come!
And typically he has the touch to finish.
这前面没有人呢，为什么会跌倒啊？这跌倒是跌几点的这样？
Top Henson, Monroe left side, and it's Kevin Love with the.
干，他妈剩1秒犯规嘞！
Parker's checked in, and then for Cleveland, Tristan.
他妈太无耻了吧！
Jefferson comes in for James.
而且不是我犯规了啊，电脑犯规了，干，车嘞！
Henson with the screen. Carter Williams, the pass.
好球！
Jefferson against Carter Williams.
妈，怎么会这么无耻啊！
Outside Jefferson. Back to Love. Right block shot. Can't hit. And Milwaukee the other way now. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Shots good by Middleton.
Passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Pass to Dellavedova. Love outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's a pick by Love, and it's Smith penetrating. Offensive rebound. And the
Joe.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas. For
这个网路的话，100枚双线，我觉得应该是会那个吧。
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be
那个 2K 的 server 烂 server 来说
exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
As Greg was talking about Clark back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths. Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
Here's what Milwaukee
好球，守得好。那马都不要跳，他妈的，看你他妈表演。
Williams dishes to Shumpert. Back to Williams. Outside Shumpert. From deep
哦，这个较远。
range. Rebound.
哎呀，没抢到篮板。
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Jared Bayless the bucket on the assist by Mayo. Bayless has got his first basket.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
It's a pick by Love. It's stolen by Carter Williams. And here we go. Carter with that jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Williams kicks to Love. Pulls from the top of the key. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Puts it up from 12. No good off the back of the rim. Jefferson with the three, and that's not going to go. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Chris Middleton is out there with Jared Bayless. And Henson in at the center. And Bayless kicks to Middleton. Bucks passing it around. And another three for Milwaukee.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Here's Irving.
6分差距。
In the corner, Smith with it. The three. The rebound by Middleton.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Irving with the steal. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And James throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up.
太远了吧
We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
对吗？太远了啦。
Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Irving. All sorts of time.
好球。
Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
That coverage is just too weak.
刚刚那个进的太北了吧
defensive lapse can cost you a game.
Parker a screen on Irving. Henson with the screen. Middleton inside the three-point line. Misses off the left iron.
Good pick, but he just couldn't.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
There's the pick. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight.
Monroe's checked in for Milwaukee. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Jared Bayless. The switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson's checked in, and it is flushed.
Oh, Joe Thompson.
Nice jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay.
再走一球啊
Because this game is still yet to be determined.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Carter-Williams, the pass to Monroe. They double him with LeBron. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Smith. Thompson, a screen on Monroe. Smith with it. Now Monroe defending. Monroe against
太
Smith.
违规啊！
5 on the clock. James in the post.
哎呀，
Defensively by Monroe.
老师哎，
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And if they continue, Kevin,
囧啦
their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And here's Irving. The feed now to Smith.
赶快投个三分球。
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Irving for 3. And Henson pulls it
啊，
down.
电脑不给
He
进
certainly
啊！
didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
You look at what Middleton has done so far. He's got 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc. And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
They double him with Love. Now 8 seconds.
干，哎，能传哦！干，吓死我的毛了！干，这样可以传哦！
There's 18 seconds left in the game.
干，太扯了吧！
5 to shoot. To the paint. Wants to get it to Carter Williams and does. And he hits.
干，用弹的，他妈的，干！
Carter Williams has got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
刚刚包夹，他跳起来，那个球在篮筐上，在空中停留好几秒，天哪！ 有啊。
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here.
好扯。
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
电脑还是守不住啊！禁区得分12分，我不要投3分球。 好，今天就是今天直播了啊。明天再继续啊！好，各位拜拜，晚安啦。